add myself back to the stage because I had removed my and there I am. Okay. So welcome to part two of AI Won't Wait. And this part of the segment is about the tech world knows are wrong. So the myths that the tech world feels about AI. So, AI is automatically unbiased, false, requires auditing and human on oversight. And so, open source AI is dangerous. Also, false open models fuel innovation. Closed models are safer, not always transparency versus control debate. AI is fully reliable. Nope. Hallucinations exist. No hallucinations, I'm sorry, exist. And how grounding and verification work is really, really interesting. And we're going to get into, how, I'm sorry, we're going to get into how grounding and verification works when it comes to AI. Okay. I'm just pulling up some slides to kind of give you an idea of the subject matter that we're talking about. My computer is kind of moving a little slow. Yeah. So, I'm going to check in and see if we can have Stephen to come back in and give us like a little synopsis of what he feels about this. Stephen, are you there?
I'm sorry, but I'm having trouble responding right now. Please wait a bit and try again.
Okay, so Stephen is having a little bit problems responding, and so I'll go on and utilize the part that I want. So first, I just want to say is, see, what I want you guys to see is that AI does make errors. You know what I'm saying? It's not something that it's not like AI can't um, make mistakes. So we need humans to kind of correct the errors that AI makes. You know what I'm saying? This new invention or these new things that they're doing with AI, they're they measuring the biasness, they're monitoring, they're adding human review, and the stakes are high, right? There, it's not something that's easy, but you got to remember it's genius. You know what I'm saying? So AI innovation is slowing down? Absolutely not. Actually, it's acceleration in cycles. Another thing that I want to talk about is, let me see if that slide came up. Yeah, AI replaces experts. Nope. It argues. Let me see. I'm sorry, guys. I'm having a little problem. Technical issues. That's what computers do. But it argues doctors, lawyers, researchers, and more data AI sometimes, but quality beats quantity. So AI will eliminate all jobs in tech world. It creates new categories. So it's not going to eliminate jobs. It's going to create new categories. And every company needs AI right now, right? Because it's a really, really amazing tool and it helps to uh, shorten people's workload. People with different companies and they work for these different companies. They're out there trying to, not so much cut down the task force, but get a lot more work in the 8 hours that you're actually working and stuff. And with AI, they can actually do that because instead of having you focus on one little small task, they can actually focus on, getting that task, all the information that's necessary, and focus on placing it where it needs to be placed. So AI is, it's a blessing instead of a curse. And we have to always keep in mind that AI is here to stay. So, either we get on the bandwagon or, we'll find ourselves you know, not having knowledge of something that's there to help us, right? Um, we stand at the threshold of a transformative era where artificial intelligence isn't just changing how we work, it's redefining what's possible in our daily lives. And AI is emerging as humanity's most powerful collaborative partner, streamlining everything from mundane tasks to complex research that once consumed days and weeks of human effort. So, the research revolution, AI has compressed what once took days of research into seconds of inquiry. So, but this isn't just about the speed, right? It's about accessibility. Complex medical information, legal precedents, scientific studies, and documentations that were once gateways by specializing knowledge are now available to anyone who knows how to ask the right question. And that's when I want to get in with you guys about AI and being able to know about prompting. Okay, now I'm going to explain something. I'm drinking lemonade tonight, not sweet tea. So, okay, so it works like this. Prompting is information that you type into the search aspect of artificial intelligence to get it to respond to or give you the information. And if you don't know the information to ask AI, then AI cannot figure out what you need. So and when you're in different fields, there's certain terminology that requires. So like me, just say I work in the hair industry. So if I wanted to ask AI a question about sodium hydroxides, right? AI will give me information about sodium hydroxides. Most people don't know what sodium hydroxides are. Sodium hydroxides are relaxers. But if I didn't work in the industry, I wouldn't know the terminology for relaxer is sodium hydroxide. So you working in an industry, you have the knowledge of that industry. You're able to do the correct prompts to get the information to get AI to do the things that you need to do. So how is that taken away from your job? All that's doing is leveling you up because you can access information at a faster speed. So there are so many different misconceptions about AI and what AI will do and won't do. As you clearly see, with technology, it's forever changing, it's advancing, but also artificial intelligence make mistakes. They make lots of mistakes. I think my first show, I was going to introduce Stephen to you guys, and I had some system connectivity type of thing that took place. But on the first show that I did, I introduced Stephen, but then when I went back to get Stephen the second time, it didn't work. There were some technical issues. But the reason why is that the platform that I use, which is ChatGPT, I'm going to get into the different platforms. ChatGPT, the type of membership that I have, you can get an outspoken, you can respond in that way for a certain amount of time. After you max out, then the system will actually shut down and you got to type all of your information in there to get it. So I think with Stephen, I probably maxed out on my time with ChatGPT, but there are other platforms that are out there, Perplexity, Gemini AI, which is really, really good. Claude. These are all platforms that do different things. They got Nano Banana for like a person who's into visual pictures and stuff. Like a lot of the different slides and stuff that I make, they're through Nano Banana. I'm able to develop the prompts and put into Nano Banana and to create the images. But the knowledge goes so much further than that, because say if I was an artist, I took a class with it was a online seminar, and it was a seminar about artificial intelligence. And what they basically did was they broke down all these different platforms and what the platforms did, because you know the hardest thing about AI is knowing exactly what the platform is for, and it's just that information is accessible to you. It's a matter of consistency of using the platform for you to become knowledgeable on what it's used for. Because I switched from Claude to Nano Banana to Google Gemini to ChatGPT all the time to create images. But if I was an artist and I wanted to go a lot further into prompting as an artist, then there are certain prompting terms and things that you use to make pictures cartoonish, sci-fi, real, a reality of a real photos, or to make movies, to make miniseries, to make electronic books. If you were a writer, with Gemini platform, you can go into Gemini and you can create a cartoon, a child's book. I think I created like a child's book really quick when I was taking this class, and I uploaded it and put it on my platform. But the point I'm trying to make is that there are like some things that in AI you can do. Like when we were growing up, we used to be like, oh God, I wish I could do this, or I wish I can do that. Well, I'm here to tell you now you can do it. You can do it by knowing the prompts to put in. And all you need to do is read. If you are a reader and you are able to study a particular area that you are interested in, and you could learn the terminology that's used, then prompting for you can become easy, because you can direct AI to the information that's necessary for you to receive. Trust me, that's powerful. Can you imagine knowledge at your fingertips? You know what I'm saying? That's like AI has like information from thousands of sources simultaneously. You can cross-reference data points, identify patterns, present findings in digestible formats tailored to specific needs. That's deep. This knowledge is perhaps AI's most understated yet profound contribution to society. Smart home systems learn our preference and adjust temperature, lighting, and security for us. AI-powered scheduling assistants manage our calendars, suggesting optimal meeting times and reminding us of important commitments. Virtual assistants, they handle routine communication, draft emails, and even help us plan meals based on dietary preferences and what's in our refrigerator. So these aren't futuristic fantasies, they're today's realities, and making our lives more efficient and freeing up mental bandwidth, the mental bandwidth for what truly matters: creativity, relationships, and meaningful work. People aren't scared of AI, they're scared of change. And AI won't wait, isn't a threat, it's a countdown. So if you learn it, you lend it. If you ignore it, it leads you. That is the basic truth about AI, and some of the different adjustments and things that AI can do for us. But I'm trying to give me just a moment, okay? I'm trying to got some comments that came in. Let's see. We got Erica. Hi, Erica. Erica came in and she said good evening. So it's nice to know that you're here, Erica, and you listen. I'm hoping it's helping you. And then we got Arthur. Lightning is wonderful. Okay, thank you. Yeah, but like I said, AI is really it's it's a powerful tool. It's a tool that we can use for futuristics. Look at some of these images and stuff that I made, with AI. Isn't this like amazing that you can literally take and utilize AI to come up with all of these nice portraits and stuff. If you wanted if you were doing like a science project or something like that, think about it. AI, you can come up with some amazing stuff. And if you're a creative type of person, like say you work in music, or you just want to research African American history, you want to get factual information about births and dates and all this kind. AI is a tool that you can just go in and you can get this information and you can do your research and get it in seconds. That's just it. AI works. So AI is here to stay. It's here to help us to advance. And if you think about it, advancement in artificial intelligence is, oh my God, it's amazing. To be able to create so many, I'm trying to use my creative mind right here and come up with some different ideas that you can actually use for AI. But artificial intelligence is so powerful. Oh my God. Do you realize that they have drones that actually fly, and they have GPS systems, and you can sit in and they move forward, move backward. They're able to navigate. You can put in a certain direction in which you want that thing to go, and it would just fly on its own, and you can just sit there. That's some Jetson stuff right there. So eventually they're working on flying cars. We may not even have to walk no more, for as far as traffic and stuff is concerned. We may not even have to be able to, we may be able not have to walk, but we may be able to get to places faster in a walking motion, because AI are coming up with these shoes that can lift you like 3 feet off the ground and you can float in the air. No, come on. That's amazing. But some of the important things that AI do, and I want to elaborate on a little bit of that while we can, is AI is great for national security. AI, they're able to go in and see what people from other countries and stuff, if they're spying in on us. They're able to do these drones, where these drones can, instead of sending our military people into war and we losing a lot of casualties, they're able to use these drones to drop bombs and do all kinds of different things. AI is good for identification, being able to spot who's a citizen and who's not a citizen, and whether or not a person is a risk, for flying. It's a lot of different things that AI is doing right now. AI has a lot to do with the air traffic control, watching our skies so that we don't have foreign invasion and different things like that on ships and boats. So it watches the water. AI is doing so many great things right now for us. And eventually they're going to start making, and you quote me on this, but they're going to start making AI homes that you're going to be able to come in and just, you can do it now, but I think the AI homes are going to get a lot more effective. Like you'll be able to go into your home, and before you get there, you'll turn on the lights, you'll be able to turn on your heat, you'll be able to start your robot to start warming your baby's milk. You know what I'm saying? You'll be able to have a babysitter as a robot. You'll be able to have a housekeeper as a robot to fold your clothes, wash your laundry, and all these things that are coming just to cut time down so we can utilize our creative side, our brain, to be able to move a little faster. And I don't know about you, but I'm game for like being able to move faster. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I'm just like, I've been like really impressed with artificial intelligence ever since I like, started kind of looking into it because I was one of you. I was like, "Hmm, I don't know about that and stuff. I'm not putting my information in the system. But when I learned how to control the security measures as far as the different platforms are concerned, and then I'm going to tell you this much: the artificial intelligence, they want you to know artificial intelligence so much. There's so many different platforms where they're giving out free information. You know, you go to Google or ChatGPT, they got like classes that teach you, and it's all about prompting. But a lot of the information I gave you tonight is a start for you. If you don't have anything on your computer or on your phone, get ChatGPT. Because ChatGPT, it helps you to be lost. You can ask a question like, how many cabs is in this vicinity? And it will scan and tell you how many taxi cabs that are within your radius. You can scan it for directions. It does things that we're playing separate for all these other separate platforms to be able to give us information, and everything is tied right into ChatGPT. That's powerful. They have these big modules that they create, and the modules they call language modules. So these modules at one time they were so big that they held all this information and they required the cooling systems, everything to keep their systems cool. But now AI and technology is getting so much more advanced that they're thinking of new innovative ways to chip things, make them chipped. And rather than, them being so, like when they first came out with .coms, they had these big, I worked in the .com industry, and I was impressed when I worked in the .com industry. But artificial intelligence is so much to go into artificial intelligence. And, if you don't know, I enlist you just to, and it's for any age. And I did this show basically because for older people, mature people, to ease your mind and to let you know that artificial intelligence is there for you. It can do your shopping. It can do your list. It makes your calls. It does so many different things for you. And if you got a personal assistant, if you don't have time to do a lot of different things, or you've gotten to the age you can't get around, you got all this knowledge right there at your fingertips that you can get information. And then we just got to get used to using artificial intelligence. So, I enlist you to go and study and learn about artificial intelligence. It's not hard. It's very, very easy. Let me see. Let's talk about the production uplift. Real world, not lab, 14% productivity in customer support consultants, 12% tasks, 25% faster. That's entry level folks getting senior level assistant. Learn it and you level up. 2, quality and safety are becoming standardized. So the NIST gave us a playbook for bias, robustness, privacy. The EU will base high risk amps need guardrails or they don't ship. So in other words, when they come up and they're creating all of this new technology and everything, trust me, they build these guardrails and everything to protect us. And these guardrails are in place, and this is probably the first time you're actually hearing anything about that, but the guardrails are what protects us for our information getting out. If I have Steven and I give all my information about this podcast and my talk show, do you think I want this information to be given to somebody else or utilized so that they can steal my ideas and everything? No. So there are guardrails that I can actually go under settings and under each platform and protect. So remember, the government or technology, they come up with all of these different guardrails to protect us to, even though they're humanizing AI, or making it like it's humanizing, they don't think, they don't have a heart, they don't have a soul, they don't have none of that stuff. So they can't do nothing unless we tell it to do. And that's the main point that I'm trying to get you all to understand here today is that they can't do nothing. It really won't do anything. Um, Hey, Marvin, it's nice to know that you're out there. It's nice to know that you guys are out there support me because, yeah, it's this is new for me, and I'm hoping that I'm coming across as being authentic and is real. My personality, my little mistakes, my gurus, whatever. That's real. Okay, guys, here's the banger. Okay, so every time I talk about a show, I mean, I come up with a show idea. I always feature it on my last at the end of my episode. What the next show is going to be about. The next show is going to be a surprise. It is. This is next show. Is being a homosexual a gene or is it a choice? Wow, that's a controversial show. And I hope you all tune in to that show. I've did some research and I've set up some amazing examples, psychological examples that I want to stress. And I don't. It doesn't matter what my sexual preference is. What it matters is I'm just this neutral person. I'm in the middle. And this platform, there is no yes or no. It's just a knowledgeable, it's an educational show. So whatever knowledge we get, we're gonna take what we can take from it. You take from it what you can get from it, and you disagree with what you don't agree with. So this is like one of those agree to disagree shows, but we're here to just shed light on different point of views and then topics that people don't want to talk about because is being a homosexual a gene or is it a choice? That is a topic that a lot of people, they need clarity on. They need to know: are you born gay, or did you choose it? And I'm going to break that down for you guys from a psychological point of view, and then also from a human point of view, and then also from someone who have had those experiences and can relate. Because I don't think that anybody should ever talk about something that they can't relate with. This is a touchy point for me. So I want you all to tune in next Saturday at 6 o'clock. We'll just do our normal 30-minute show. And AI, I had to do a part one and a part two of AI tonight because it was so many different things. And I still feel like I need a third AI show, even though we won't go there. But it's so much that I didn't kind of elaborate on. But, I just hope that the information that I gave you was informative. And, as we go along, we'll be able to elaborate on a lot of other different issues and topics that I'm telling you, you will find it amazing. And you will also find it that, it helps you. And to be able to, my motto is that, when you acknowledge that there's a situation or that you have a problem or a situation that you've been dealing with or whatever, the fact that you acknowledge it is the first course to freedom, to correcting things. Okay. So there you go. So anywho, this is where I say thank you so much. If you know somebody that this show can help, subscribe, rate, and review. Follow us on social media. Okay. And then also, if you want to be a on-screen guest, just hit us up, chatterboxpodcast at myyahoo.com, which is one of our, that's our email, and that put you right there with me, and I'll be able to find out what your story ideas is, and then hopefully incorporate them into this podcast. I hope you guys enjoyed this podcast. You know what I mean? I came real. I was a little nervous. But I came real. And I hope that, you got the information that you feel. And if you don't feel like you want to ask some questions, go ahead and email me. Ask me different questions, and I can elaborate on a little more. But I just want to say thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. We're 1 minute past our hour. And again, I just want to say thank you for tuning in to Chatterbox. I'm your host, Dwayne Xavier, and I look forward to seeing you next week. Bye.